the speed control of induction motor using variable frequency AC drives. So here we use the SPWM control techniques for the inverters, and for speed control we use the V by F control methods. So let's see the power diagram of this variable frequency induction motor drive. So here you can see that we have single phase AC supply 230 volt 50 Hz, first converted to DC by using this diode based rectifier, and this DC voltage is stored into this capacitor, and we can measure this voltage by using this voltmeter across this capacitor. So this voltmeter is represented here, you can see this. So this voltmeter represents the voltage across this capacitor, DC voltage, and this DC voltage is then applied to this inverter, three phase SPWM technique based inverter. So this inverter converts this DC voltage into AC, and this AC voltage, three phases U, V and W, you can measure here. You can see that three terminal. So by connecting these three ports, you can get the three phase supply to this three phase induction motor. And here by using this CT current transformer, you can measure the current in each phase. So here one CT is connected in phase U, so through which you can measure the current of phase U. And you can see that the speed sensor is available here. So speed sensor that sends the speed of the actual speed of the rotor, and based on that they provide the feedback to the control circuit of this inverter and generate the gate pulses for all the switches. And based on that you can get the closed loop feedback control system. So for this speed sensor, here this terminal is given, feedback speed feedback control block. Here test point is given from which you can measure the gate pulse of all the 6 switches G1, G2, G3, G4, G5 and G6. So all the 6 terminal to the ground, that gives the gate pulse of all the 6 switches of the inverter. This 3 terminal, that is the input to this 3-phase induction motor, which is the output of this inverter. And you can see that here the external speed reference, it means here by using this port you can control the speed of the induction motor by changing the value of resistance by externally. Here there are two ways we can control the speed. One is by analog methods and another is by the digital control methods. So by both the way you can control the speed of the induction motor. By the analog way you can control the speed by changing the value of reference voltage given to this induction motor. And by the digitally you can control automatically based on the speed feedback we get from this port. And here this is a control circuit parameters you can show here in this screen. So in this screen you can see that there is a 5 switches. This upper switch through which you can increase the frequency of the supply. So by increasing the frequency, based on that the control circuit generate the gate pulse for all the 6 switches and change the frequency of the supply. Same way downwards, this switch that decrease the frequency. So all these are mentioned here, you can see that. Then this switch is the startup and stop switch. So when you change the switch, when you change the frequency, increase or decrease, you must press this switch so that your particular frequency is set, and thereafter your motor will start. And this center switch, that is a set frequency. It means when you increase or decrease the frequency, after that you have to set this frequency and then after you start, so that your induction motor will start run. And this one is the mode change. In this particular kit you can perform this induction motor drive operation for 2 techniques of inverter. One is SPWM techniques, sinusoidal pulse width modulation techniques, that we already learned. That is a 2 techniques, bipolar and unipolar techniques. But here this is a unipolar technique we use in SPWM. And another technique, that is a SVM, space vector modulation techniques. But here we perform this practical based on the SPWM techniques. So let's perform this practical and you can see that how their induction motor drives performs for the different frequency. And this is a V by F control method. It means that your ratio of voltage and frequency, that is remain constant. Here voltage is nothing but a voltage is given to this three-phase induction motor through this inverter, and frequency, that is nothing but a supply frequency given to this three-phase induction motors. So as you change the frequency of the supply by using this switch, the voltage will also change. It means the modulation index ratio will also change. So here I will show you the one recorded video which is from this making of this kit MI Tech, so that you can understand how this induction motor drive performs. So let's start this video.
This is VFD trainer kit. It is made by National Infotech. So we can control induction motor over here using this trainer kit. So its name is variable frequency induction motor drive. So as per standard design, again we have to power up this kit using single phase mains cord wire. Okay, so by plugging that wire, we have to power up our control supply using this rocker switch, and for power circuit we have to make on this MCB. Okay, so this is the main power diagram of this circuit. We have internally provided one DC source, means rectification is done here. So AC to DC will be made here, and this DC will be source for the three-phase inverter. So we will drive our induction motor using this three-phase VSI. We have printed the power diagram of this three-phase in VSI, and we are sensing one current over here. We can see the single phase current, and the main power terminal of the motor should be connected to this motor terminal like RYB in this sequence, and we can control this induction motor using two modes, means analog control and digital control. Okay, so in analog control mode, externally we have to connect this analog port to our controller. Okay, this dotted line shows that you have to connect this red wire. Okay, so now we have connected our analog signals. So by varying this port, we can vary our V and frequency, means V by F control of induction motor. So we will cover two techniques which are very traditional and conventional methods. First of all, we'll cover SPWM, and another is SVM. It is very optimum solutions of any VSI technique. And here we have to control the analog and digital control, or what we can say, by switching this switch we can control our drive mode. Means in analog mode we have to keep this switch in analog control, and for digital we have to change the position. Okay, so likewise we can control the drive in two modes, analog and digital. This is the main feedback signal. It comes from proximity sensor, which is already fitted to our drive, and here we can take feedback of the RPM. And another extra feature is provided here, COM port. So we can control this trainer kit using PC also. I'll discuss later. Now I'm going to start the three-phase VFD kit for induction motor control. Okay, and you can see we have used one voltmeter across this DC link. So by applying 230 volt AC here, we will get directly 234, means 325 volt DC, which is supplied to inverter, and we can connect one ammeter here to sense our IDC current, input current for the inverter. Currently it is not needed, so simply I have shorted the ammeter connections, and I have connected RYB output of the inverter, and I have changed the switch to my analog position. So I have to reset. Now on display we can see in which mode we are operating this kit. So currently mode is SPWM and analog, and frequency is 50. Okay, so by varying this port we can vary the set point or set ratio of V by F ratio. Okay, so I am keeping maximum, so voltage is maximum and frequency is maximum. We have restricted MI to 0.866 only. We are not going up to 1. Okay, and these are the main 5 control switches to operate this drive. So right button will help you to start and stop the drive. Left will decide the mode. Currently it is an SPWM. You can change the mode. So mode will be changing. Okay. Now I am keeping to SPWM only. And up and down key will help you to increase your frequency and decrease your frequency. So by using this up switch, you can increase your frequency. Everything is written over here. It is very clearly explained. So now I am directly start this drive to by pressing this button. Okay. So it is starting. You can see here EMI is restricted to 0.866 and mode is SPWM and frequency is 50 Hz and speed is 1485. So it is nearly NS. Okay, because very light at very light load it is running. So we are sensing our RPM here. S is equal to 1585 less than 1500. Now I am changing the V by ratio from this port. I am keeping to 30 Hz, let's example, and every time you have to update the frequency. So automatically V by ratio will be adjusted. Okay, previously it was 0.866 and frequency was 50 Hz. Currently it is 0.53 and frequency is 31 Hz. Okay.
So student, here you can see that modulation index will change. Initially 50 Hz frequency, the speed is 1485 RPM. At that time modulation index is 0.8 something. But after decreasing the frequency, your modulation index will decrease. So as we know that modulation index is nothing but the ratio of peak of supply voltage divided by peak of carrier signal. So peak of carrier signal, that is remain constant, but here by changing the modulation index decreases, it means that the peak of reference signal, it means peak of the supply voltage given to the three-phase induction motor, that is decreasing. Because here we maintain the V by F ratio constant by using the variable frequency drive. So as we decrease the frequency from 50 Hz to 30 Hz, the supply voltage will also reduces because that makes the V by F ratio constant. So because of this reason, the modulation index will also change, and that will change the speed of the induction motor. As you decrease the speed, as you decrease the voltage and frequency, you can see that the speed of the induction motor will also decrease. So now your induction motor will operate at 919 RPM. Same way as you decrease the frequency, then again your modulation index will decrease and your speed will also decrease. So by this way, this V by F variable frequency drive will operate.
Okay. So this is how we can control the RPM by varying the port to control our V by F ratio. Okay. And to stop, I'm stopping we have used soft starting of the motor. So you can see while we are pressing the start button, it takes time to achieve the maximum ratio. It is ramping method. Okay. And I'm changing the mode. So samely we can run a motor in SVM mode. Now directly I am going to control this drive digitally. Okay. So I have to keep the switch in downward. After keeping this, changing the position of the switch, we have to reset the control supply of the kit. Now you will see display is changed, totally changed, SPWM in digital mode. Okay. So now I am going to start. Now this control will not be done any active part in control mechanism. It will be controlled by this control switches only because we have selected digital control. Now I am decreasing my frequency from here. Okay. Let's example 40 Hz and entering. So according to 38 Hz, my MI will be changed. So likewise, we can control our motor drive digitally and analog method, and the techniques are of two types, SPWM and SVM. Okay.
So here you can see that in the digital control mode, you not require any external control. In the analog, you can see that by using this port, you can change the frequency as you can change the modulation index and your speed will change. But in the digital control, this will happen automatically by this closed loop control systems. So as you change the frequency, automatically your speed will change. You not require any external control in the digital control methods. So here I am not taking some of the readings, but I will show you that what happens at the different frequency. So let's see that in the table of this experiment, you can see that different frequency. I have take the reading of motor voltage, speed and V by F ratio. So at the different frequency, first at the 50 Hz, as you observe that the speed of this motor is 1485 rpm. At that time, the motor voltage, this motor voltage you can measure across these two terminals, across any two phases. These three phase is nothing but a three phase given to this three phase induction motor, or you can say the output of this inverter. So if you measure any to line voltage, you can get this voltage 320 at the normal frequency. But as you decrease the frequency, then your voltage given to the motor will automatically reduces, and that become 260 volt, and your speed will also reduces. You can see that initially we are 50 hertz voltage and motor voltage is 320. So if you make the ratio of voltage by the frequency, it means V by F ratio, that is 6.4. And as you decrease the frequency from 50 to 40 hertz, now voltage will also reduce 260, and speed will also reduce 1160 rpm. Now again, if you make the V by F ratio 260 divided by 40, so again you can see that V by F ratio is almost remain constant, 6.5. Again, if you decrease the frequency 30 hertz, voltage will decrease, speed will reduce. Again, that make the V by F ratio constant. Same way for the lowest frequency 10 hertz, as the voltage will reduce to 65, speed will reduce to 264 rpm, and they make the V by F ratio constant. So it means that by using this variable frequency drive V by F ratio methods, that make the V by F ratio constant, but as you change the frequency, the voltage will also change, and that will make the increase or decrease the speed based on the frequency. So this is all about this practical variable frequency drive of induction motor by using the SPWM techniques. I hope all of you have understand this. Is there any doubt to anyone in this experiment? Yes, anyone? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
So here I complete this lab session, and your whole practical will also complete. So I will provide you this manual which all the practicals are available. So maybe the sequence will be different. As we have taken this lab session, the number may be different. You can see that first practical is study and simulate the performance of single phase voltage source inverter and current source inverter. Second is study and simulate 180, 120 and 150 mode of VSI. Third is study the simulate the unipolar and bipolar techniques of SPWM technique, bipolar and unipolar. Fourth one is to study and simulate half bridge topology of SMPS. Fifth one is full bridge SMPS. And sixth one is study and simulate the operation of single phase cycloconverters. Seventh is to study and simulate single phase full wave AC voltage controller. In that we have simulate the number of techniques like integral cycle control technique and phase angle control techniques. Eighth one is study and simulate the operation of UPS, that we have studied the last lab session, short break UPS and no break UPS, or also you can call it as the online and offline UPS. And this one is the last practical to study the speed control of induction motor using the variable frequency AC drives. So in this lab manual, all the simulations pictures are given. You have to just write down the conclusion, and in some of the practical, the questions is also given after this completion of this practical. So you have to also answer these questions. Like first practical, you have to give the answer like compare the VSI and CSI. So you give the comparison between VSI and CSI. Same way second practical also. Practical and question answer you have to write down. Conclusion you have to write down. Way for the rest of the practice also. So I will provide you this lab manual. So you have to just write down the conclusion and give the answer of the questions and then submit to me. So your lab work is over after this. So is there any doubt?